Thank you for joining us today for the groundbreaking of 4401 Rosa Parks. It's Cinnaire Solutions. On behalf of our team and our partners at Woodbridge Neighborhood Development, we are absolutely thrilled to have you guys here. Today marks an exciting 60 new affordable homes to an outdoor gathering space, micro commercial space, and a new MoGo bike station, thanks to our wonderful partnership with MoGo Detroit. Community-driven development surrounding 4401. That was the focus of extensive community engagement in 2019, led by Woodbridge Neighborhood, serve as even more positive change in this area.
Eternal Father of heaven and earth, we are asking you into Woodbridge. Invoke your spirit into this groundbreaking. We praise you for your Woodbridge Neighborhood Development and the city of Detroit, that no weapon formed against them blessings. In the mighty name of Jesus.
Healthy, quality housing. Mayor Mike Duggan.
Well, good morning. I state of Michigan's population growth. And the Census Bureau has acknowledged that's 2 years in a row we grew by 7,000 people, a combination of renovating vacant houses in neighborhoods and building new units. And the people of Woodbridge know both of those things. The first question I got asked is, what makes you think it's going to continue? And I said, funny you should ask. At 11 o'clock, I'm going over to 4401 Rosa Parks, where they're building 60 more units. I just want to talk about how important it is what Woodbridge Neighborhood Development and Cinnaire are doing here. Go back 6 or 8 years, and the Michigan corridor was pretty much dead. And the Ford Motor Company, taking the train station, set off development at a rate that we could not have imagined. And we're building lots of affordable housing to make sure folks aren't pushed out of the market. When I was trying to convince the University of Michigan to build a $250 million grad school in software engineering and climate change and AI and the like, I took President Ono and the board members down Grand River. And I said, that Grand River corridor is going to come back. I took them down the streets of Woodbridge and the breathtaking beauty of that neighborhood and talked about the fact that the vacant houses are being renovated, that we're seeing a neighborhood that you can anchor on in addition. And of course, the problem is when the property values take off in the neighborhoods like they have in Woodbridge, you've got to have a place for the folks who are renters who were there. And the great communities plan for that, that we don't believe you need to push anybody out of this city, that there's room for everybody. And the leadership that you are showing here, 60 affordable units starting out at $450 a month to make sure this neighborhood becomes and remains accessible to everybody. The Grand River Corridor, you're going to see, continue to have more and more of these announcements, and I think you're going to find that Cinnaire and the Woodbridge Neighborhood Development were visionary in this site, in this day, and I just wanted to be here to say congratulations.
All right, thank you, Mayor Duggan. Next, I would like to introduce Kristen Diag from City Council Member Gabriela Romero's office.
Good morning, everyone. You know, they say that Michigan only has 2 seasons. That's winter and construction season, but this is the type of construction that we actually like. So, good morning. My name is Kristen Diag. I'm the proud chief of staff to serve for you and the District 6 Detroit City Council member, Gabriela Santiago Romero. Councilmember Santiago Romero is the co-chair of the Equitable Development Task Force and champions affordable housing as a core pillar of her 6 priorities for District 6. For her, this work is personal. She was raised in this district with limited resources, and every day she fights for affordable housing and equitable development that are rooted in justice, community voices, and long-term sustainability. This new 4401 Rosa Parks development reflects what's possible when we lead with community. The first phase of the project is mixed-use building, with 60 mixed income apartments, all of which are reserved for families and individuals earning 30 to 80% of the area median income. That's housing for real Detroiters, our neighborhoods, our neighbors, the families and friends that surround us. It's the kind of affordability that helps people not only stay in District 6, but build a future here. There will also be a communal space, small commercial space on the first floor, which will help build community and create new economic opportunities for local businesses, strengthening the social fabric of Woodbridge and surrounding neighborhoods where creativity, culture, and connection define the spirit of this place. We want to give a huge shout out to Woodbridge Neighborhood Development, their leadership on this project. Yes, thank you. Their leadership on this project began long before today, stretching back to 2019 with extensive engagement that led to the publication of the Woodbridge Neighborhood Development and Design Guidelines and Guidelines for Infill Housing. These tools helped shape the very project here today and are a testament to what intentional community-centered planning can achieve. And today, we're especially excited to see the work continue under new leadership, Jai Singletary. He is our former colleague and dear friend to many of us at City Council, and he's now the executive director of the Woodbridge Neighborhood Development. He was vital to the work of City Council's Planning and Economic Development Committee that helped move critical projects like this forward across the city. We are thrilled to see him take on this next project with heart, accountability, and a bold vision for what is possible. Councilmember Santiago Romero believes this project is a shining example of how we could build a Detroit that works for everyone through real collaboration between neighborhoods, the city, and developers who listen and move towards a shared vision. The councilmember is excited for this project and its positive impact. She extends her congratulations and gratitude to Woodbridge Neighborhood Development, Cinnaire Solutions, and all the involved entities, especially our residents and businesses who call Woodbridge home. Thank you.
Thank you, Kristen. Next, I'd like to welcome Jason Friedman from the Housing Realization Department.
Good morning, everyone. This is a great day for the Woodbridge neighborhood. I'm incredibly thankful and appreciate the opportunity to be here and celebrate with you all. Congratulations to Cinnaire and the Woodbridge Neighborhood Development Corporation, and thank you for your continued commitment to this neighborhood. Like all of our projects at the city, many partners had to come together to help make this happen. So I want to thank the Michigan State Housing Development Authority, the Detroit Wayne County Port Authority, Cinnaire Equity, the Detroit Housing Commission, Independent Bank, and the City of Detroit as well. This over $25 million investment in 60 units of affordable housing, many deeply affordable, as the mayor mentioned, for folks at $450 a month, is another great example of the city's commitment to improving neighborhoods, not just downtown, and making sure that all of those neighborhoods have affordable options for anyone that wants to live there. So thank you to the mayor and council for their continued leadership and support of affordable housing. I also want to especially thank the city's Housing and Revitalization Department employees that work behind the scenes every day to make this project and other similar projects happen, including Dominique Boyer on my team, Terry Davis and Larry Katrinar on housing underwriting, and Michael Neal and Eric Light with construction management. We've been working closely with this development team on phase 2 of the project, so we're super excited to come back for another groundbreaking soon, so look forward to seeing you all there. And I want to say congrats again. And thank you. And next, I'd like to introduce Felicia Burris, our wonderful partner with the Detroit Housing Commission.
Thank you, Jason. Good morning, everyone. Under the dynamic leadership of our esteemed Executive Director, Arthur Jemison, the Detroit Housing Commission is pleased to partner on such a dynamic project. We have been on the forefront of affordable housing for many, many years, and part of our mission statement is our dedication to continuing the need for affordable housing and making sure we are keeping things accessible for the communities that need it. And so when we look at our mission statement, we look at what's important, and we can no longer ascribe to brick and mortar and think that's what affordable housing has to be. We look at it as a holistic approach because these are families, and we want to make sure that we're moving them into prime locations, that we're building communities, that we're giving them access to resources and amenities, and we're giving them not just housing, but quality housing, quality management. And so when we look at projects where we want to put our project-based vouchers, we look at partners that align with that mission. And I can tell you that every partner here stands with that same vision that we share. So we look forward to the grand opening that will be coming. We look forward to the 20-plus year commitment we've made to this project, and we look forward mainly to the families that we will be able to service and that we'll be able to call 4401 Rosa Parks home. As Jason stated, every single person here, it takes a team to bring these projects to fruition. It's years of development and planning, and behind everyone here, there's a team that helps us get here. So thank you to each and every partner. Thank you to the teams that support us, and welcome to the families that will be able to call this property home. Thank you.
Thank you, Felicia. At Cinnaire, we believe it's all about the people. It's their passion, commitment, and belief in our mission that fuel our success. And that spirit is exactly what we've experienced in working with Independent Bank. From our very first meeting, Jason Blaine and his team have shown unwavering enthusiasm and dedication. We are deeply grateful for their partnership. Please join me in welcoming Jason Blaine of Independent Bank to the stage.
Thank you for the kind words, Lily. We appreciate the partnership. On behalf of Independent Bank, I just want to say thank you to all the other funding sources that are here. I realize that it's really a team effort, so thank you to Cinnaire Equity, MISTA, the City of Detroit, the Port Authority. Also, I want to congratulate and thank MHT Construction on being a part of this. I know they're a key part of what helped move this project forward. Whether you're here because you feel called to this work or compassionate out of your heart, I think it's really incredible work that everyone is doing here. I really liked how Lily referred to these as 60 homes. These are homes that will be filled with residents. Oftentimes we think of these as units, but really this is a place that someone will call home. That's so critical because it's been proven that there will be better outcomes for education, physical and mental health from safe, quality, affordable housing. So it's really important that the work that everyone's doing here today. I first met Lily with my colleague from senior management here in the back, David Boovy, July 18th, 2022. So that was 1,032 days ago. For those of you who don't keep track of days in thousands, it was 2 years, 9 months, and 23 days ago. So it was a long time, and I understand that there was a lot of work that went into this development before Lily and I had coffee that first day. So I really think it underscores for me two things. It's the power of these partnerships and perseverance. First, with the partnerships, it's an incredible partnership that I've witnessed with Cinnaire Solutions and Woodbridge Neighborhood Development. As bankers, when we're trying to understand the need in the market, not only do you have the experience of an affordable housing industry leader with Cinnaire Solutions, you also have Woodbridge Neighborhood Development that understands the heartbeat of the neighborhood and what the neighborhood needs. When we're thinking about design of these units, not only do you have Lily's expertise as an architect and the deep wealth of experience on the team at Cinnaire Solutions, you also have Christine and Woodbridge Neighborhood that understand the fabric and the architecture of the neighborhood and what's going to work here. And then lastly, perseverance. It's just been incredible to see this development had a lot of twists and turns. Of course, we're living in an environment with rising construction costs. There were changes in financing sources. There were a lot of twists and turns where, frankly, a lot of a lot of developers would have had a hard time finding their way through this, but Lily's commitment was unwavering. Every time there was an obstacle, she found a solution, and that's why we're here today. So congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Next, I'd like to welcome City Council President Mary Sheffield.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a great day in Detroit. I just left with the mayor earlier over at the public safety headquarters announcing that we have a population increase, roughly 7,000 new residents in Detroit. Give that a round of applause. Yes. Then I come here and we're breaking ground on 60 new affordable housing units. So Detroit is really moving in a positive direction, a lot of momentum and growth in our city. And I just want to stand here to say congratulations on all who were involved. Affordable housing has always been a commitment and a priority for myself and the entire Detroit City Council, ensuring that we are creating a city where everyone has the opportunity to have safe, quality, affordable housing, no matter their income or their background. And so today is a testament to that. Excited to welcome the new families and the new residents in this community. And again, congratulations on the amazing work. We stand as a partner to ensure that the growth of our city is inclusive and one in which welcomes everyone of all income. So congratulations, and I'm looking forward to what this project brings to the Woodbridge community.
All right, I'm certainly getting my workout this morning. Thank you, Council President. Next, Woodbridge Neighborhood Development is one of the first organizations I worked with since my time at Cinnaire 8 years ago. And what an impressive neighborhood organization. From renovating abandoned single-family homes, hosting summer programs at Scripps Park, leading alley cleanups, providing home repair grants to seniors, and of course, putting together an amazing porch concert series every fall, WND has been a true leader in the neighborhood. I'd like to take an opportunity to thank Angie Gabel for her work and time at WND. We love you. I'd also like to welcome Jai Singletary as the new executive director. We look forward to our continued partnership. Welcome. And now I'd like to welcome a true advocate of the neighborhood, Christine Holmes, Director of Policy and Property Development, to the stage.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Woodbridge. Thanks for being here to celebrate the groundbreaking of our new building at 4401 Rosa Parks. I'm honored to be here to represent Woodbridge Neighborhood Development, and we're one of the co-developers, as you heard, on this building. And it's great to be joined by a lot of familiar faces, including our partners on this project, developers leading other projects in the neighborhood, our elected representatives, and city officials, and of course, our Woodbridge neighbors and friends. It took a while to get to this point where we actually have a building under construction. We told them to, keep the cranes going so that you guys knew that this was happening. 5.5 years ago, we launched a community planning project focused on the 9 acres of vacant land that you see around us. Over many months, we met with more than 100 neighbors at gatherings all around the neighborhood, ending with a community-wide planning meeting held right across the street from the site at the Greater Faith Missionary Baptist Church. At every planning meeting, and in many conversations and meetings after, neighbors shared their ideas for new buildings, businesses, and housing in this neighborhood. In terms of housing, they were very clear. They wanted a diverse range of housing types that are available to people at all income levels. They wanted to see truly affordable options in homes that are accessible, energy efficient, and designed with a way that people live today. And that's exactly what we've worked on to deliver with this new 60-unit building. They're 100% affordable, with ground floor apartments and an elevator, which is unheard of in Woodbridge, and built to Enterprise Green Communities Plus standards. As Lily mentioned in her remarks, this land, especially over here, was home to housing, businesses, churches, and where we are today was a school, which was Detroit School of the Arts, and before that, It was the Wilbur Wright School, and it was the very last building to be demolished on this site in 2011. So this site holds history, and today we're taking the first step to writing its next chapter. We look forward to seeing more housing and neighborhood-serving businesses return to this part of Woodbridge. There's more to come, so stay tuned. I want to echo Lily's thanks to our partners who helped us get here, but I also want to thank and acknowledge our small but mighty WND team. Our former executive director, Angie Gabo, who led the original community planning process and laid the groundwork for today's milestone. The next one is important. Our board of directors deserves special thanks for their support through a very complex financial closing, and I'm looking at you, Stacy Clayton, right there in the second row. And as we move into the next phase, I'm excited to be working alongside our new executive director, Jai Singletary, who will play a big role in getting this project to the finish line and help the community explore ways to connect this part of the neighborhood with an already vibrant and diverse Woodbridge. And I look forward to seeing you all in the fall of 2026 when this building is complete. And now, please welcome Chris Laurent, President of Cinnaire Solutions and our remarkable partner in this development.
First of all, I'd like to thank Delta Airlines. They now offer free internet service on the Madison to Detroit flight. So I was able to fact check something. Often attributed to Winston Churchill, the following quote is actually attributed to Thomas the Tank Engine. Never, never, never give up. Everyone's talked about a lot of the persistence that had to take place to do this development. What folks have kind of alluded to that I'm not sure is really clear is there was a lot of work beforehand just to cultivate sort of the broad experience or perspective of the neighbors. What did they want to see? Lily Gonzalez led that effort. She started with us 8 years ago. I didn't realize it was that long. As an intern, sponsored by Wayne State and the city of Detroit, grew into a number of different roles. It was really important to her that the voices of the neighborhood were heard. I've been in this business for 30 years now, and you're supposed to say, oh my God, you look so young. I had a great mentor who said that what developers do, what good developers really do is they cultivate the talents of everyone else around us. We're not bringing any magic to the table. We try to create an atmosphere and an environment where people can show up and do their best. And one other person I'd like to recognize, well, a couple other folks, we kind of alluded to Rochelle Lento. This was an incredibly complicated transaction. Nobody thanks the attorney. I love to thank the attorney and her team. I mean, this was tough. Jarrell Harris, who defected, is now working for the city of Detroit, had some great contributions. An adopted Detroiter. We're glad to see the work that he's done. Josh White will be involved on our team. We haven't thanked him yet through the lease up on this development. One of the cool things, we've had a lot of groundbreakings and ribbon cuttings in Detroit. We don't focus on particular neighborhoods, we focus on many. And I think the power in that is that Detroiters have choices. Folks aren't necessarily by birth dictated to live in a specific zip code. They have the ability and the autonomy to live wherever they choose. Lockwood folks, Lockwood companies are here. I signed an offer to purchase yesterday from Brandon Hodges, who you might know, Tribe Development, has got some land. So there he is, right back there. So one of the nice things about low-income housing tax credits is they can be a catalyst for other things. And we're looking forward not just to the work that we do, but the work that we do together. I really want to give special shout out to Lily Gonzalez. Yeah, thank you. So one of the great joys in being in the business for 30 years is one of the things I get to do is I get to find talent and convince them that they see the greatness in themselves that I see in them. And Lily, by far, has proven herself on this and other work that she's doing here and beyond. So Lily, thank you. Great day to celebrate. Thanks for allowing us to be here today. I'll invite Lily back to the stage.
All right, well, thanks everybody for your time here. It's been a truly remarkable morning. As it's pretty clear, years in the making and full of promise of what's to come. So thank you very much for being a part of it. To our speakers, thank you for sharing your words and your commitment. And now I'd like to invite all of the speakers to join us up front for the official ceremonial groundbreaking and photo op. And before we wrap up, I encourage each of you to take a look at the project renderings on display to get a look at the project and a glimpse of what's ahead. And please help yourself to refreshments over to the side. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to Jeff Tatum of Jeff's Over the Top Catering, who's a Woodbridge resident and owner of The Roost on Canfield. If you haven't checked it out, you should. We look forward to seeing you again for the grand opening next year. Until then, thank you for your continued support and partnership. Have a great day.